Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. It's your T-shirted historian. It's been kind of a rough week, actually. Got dumped this week, so that's really put me in a mood. I guess in some ways I was kind of lucky. Our relationship hadn't gotten quite that far. I mean, it got far enough that, she got under my skin and kind of got to see the real me, and she didn't like what she saw. So she basically backed out, and I'm like, okay, fine. That's just the way it goes, I guess. And I know people will give you the usual platitudes. Oh, there's plenty more fish in the sea. Oh, you're still young. You'll find somebody. Or there's always somebody out there for you. Well, you know what? I think I'm pretty much done, man. I mean, seriously. I'm tired of trying to make the effort, It's like I wasn't really even open to the idea of a relationship to begin with, but she was persistent and she kept coming and messaging and messaging and messaging, and finally broke through to where I actually started talking back, and I was fond of her. I liked her pretty well. She seemed pretty cool. She had some good qualities. We had a little bit of a fight over stupid shit. I mean, honestly, she would probably say that it wasn't stupid shit, but yeah, honestly, it's stupid shit when it's stupid shit. And I thought we made up. And then I get the message, I was like, hey, you're nice, but I'm not doing this anymore. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Whatever. So, just cut it off like a septic limb or I don't know. I don't, she did the whole, we can still be friends thing. I was like, no, I really don't need friends like that. I don't need friends like that. And I won't have them. I'm not a charity case. I don't need someone to shore me up because, they're putting me down. So, yeah. Anyway, can I say? Back on the market. Mind you, for me, I guess the market really feels like it's kind of closed because I don't want to open up again. I don't want to do this again. I've done this already too many times, and I'm really, really, really getting tired of not having fulfilled it. My other friends like Grimm are successful and then found somebody that they like. Lord Thoth found somebody that he could be with. Das Wolfen found somebody. All my friends were able to find people that were right for them, or that were at least able to put up with them, I guess. I don't know. But old T-shirt is not so lucky, I guess. I'm hard to love. I'm too set in my ways, and I'm a little blunt, and I say things pretty much the way I see them. And that's not easy for somebody to take. But it's who I am. And I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change for anybody, because this is what the world has made of me. And this is who I am. And if you don't like it, then it's tough titties. There's, 8 billion people out there in the whole world? You got, 7,999,000,000 other choices out there if you don't like me. Good luck. But anyway, Let's try to be positive a little bit, huh? So something kind of curious happened, and I've put up videos talking about this, and I'm just weird. I'm kind of curious about this phenomenon. A long time ago, when I first started doing YouTube, people kept telling me, like videos are the way to succeed, and live streams will kill your algorithm. But most of my friends were doing live streams all the time. So I thought, okay, well, maybe live streaming is the way to go, even if it supposedly kills your algorithm. And I struggled and struggled and struggled for years to finally reach the minimum audience needed in order to get fully monetized into YouTube and become part of the program. And lo and behold, I take like a couple of months off while my cousin is dying. I'm not doing anything. I mean, we're not doing any live shows. I ain't got the stomach for it. All that's going on is, I'm just putting out my Fist of the North Star videos, which were already previously recorded. They just needed to be edited and put into video format. So all I'm doing is just dropping videos during that time. And lo and behold, I'm still getting subscribers. I'm still getting views. And in fact, they started going up. So I take a look at the algorithm and stuff and start dropping some more videos, and they're picking up steam. People like what I have to say about Fist of the North Star. I don't know if it's because I'm so fanatical about it, or I am, just autistically knowledgeable of the manga. I don't know. I never really considered myself to be any kind of an authority on the manga myself. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing. I haven't read all the Gaiden series, for one thing. But as far as the basic manga goes, that's totally in my wheelhouse. I love it. I've grown up with it, and it's still my favorite property to come out of Japan. Nothing has topped it, not even Berserk. And I loved Berserk. So I've decided I'm cutting back to just one show per week. And it's just going to be this one here at 4 p.m. on Saturdays. We're not going to do the Tuesday show for the immediate future. Probably not for a while. Maybe not ever again. I don't know. We'll see. And I'm just going to keep on focusing on bringing out Fist of the North Star content as far as videos go, because it has an audience. It's picking up views. My last video has already hit 2.2K views in 48 hours. That's insane. I've never had a video hit those kind of numbers before. So I don't know what else to say, except that is the way forward for me, I guess. And I'm okay with it. I mean, yes, I still love to talk about video games, movies, television shows, toys, games, of course, role-playing games, I mean, and anything else that contributes to our kind of health and mental welfare, as far as having a nice escape from reality for a little bit, as far as pop culture goes. But man, I mean, I can't deny the real thrust for my channel here lately seems to have been Fist of the North Star, and it seems to have done me a lot of good. So, I'm not going to push back on what is a good formula for me right now. So if you're not a Fist of the North Star fan, I do apologize. I mean, I guess I'll see less of you. I'm not even seeing that many of you now. My live streams haven't hardly gotten any views at all lately. And I imagine that's my fault, because we haven't had a lot of shows. So people are either found other things to do at 4 p.m. or they're watching other shows, or they're just not interested in what we have to say anymore. I don't know. I hate to think it's the last. But we'll see. I mean, like I said, I'll commit to one live stream every week, and We'll see how it goes. Time may come, I may just stop doing live streams altogether and just do nothing but just turn this into a straight up video channel and focus down on that. Maybe that's the way to go. I don't know. But I'll keep watching the algorithm. I'll keep watching the views. Keep watching the ad revenue. And I'll go wherever the money takes me. Because so far this channel ain't paying for itself. I hate to say it, but I'm still having to pay for everything behind the scenes. And my panelists aren't getting paid either. So I'm very fortunate that I have good ones who invest their time and their generosity in sharing their time with me. I'm very fortunate to have these guys as friends. And I'm very fortunate for the viewers I do have. But I mean, we've got to start looking at what we can do to stay solvent here, because I got payments. I'm always coming in under budget every single month, or actually over budget every month, and it's getting old. So I got to find some way to kick up the revenue a little bit. I've thought about doing Patreon, but I honestly don't see what I would bring to a Patreon that would be worth your time, your money. What am I going to do extra that would motivate you to want to pay me to Patreon for me? Seriously, I'm asking you as an audience, what do you guys really want to see? And I keep asking this question and I never get any answers. I've got a Discord channel. Nobody seems to want a part of it. Save for the few friends that I've invited. I've thought about having memberships to this channel. Nobody's really given me any ideas on what I should set the prices at or what I should offer for memberships. I'm a guy who believes in giving you your money's worth, and I don't want to charge you for something that I'm not going to be able to uphold and isn't going to be worth your time and your money. Because I know that money is precious to all of us right now, and we're all broke, and things ain't getting any easier. So let me know. Comment on my videos. Tell me what you think is worth your money. Or shoot me emails. Shoot me stuff on X. DM me on X. Just say, hey, T-shirt, this would be really cool if we could do this for memberships or for Discord server invites or whatever. I mean, there's all kinds of things we can do. We can do movie nights. We can do private stream sessions. We can play games together. We can, I don't know, just sit around and talk about what you guys want to talk about. I don't know. I mean, if, 10 or 12 of you want to sit around and have a nice bullshit session on, what is the best way to build a party composition in, Worlds Without Number or something like that, I'm happy to host those discussions and see what we come up with. Or maybe you just want to bitch about the latest, TV show that's off the rails and terrible. I'm good for having those too. A lot of the other bigger channels are doing stuff like that. They're having watch parties for horrible stuff like that new Starfleet Academy. Gary Nerdrotic is doing stuff like that, and he's getting lots and lots of hits for it. And I mean, obviously, he's a big, huge channel. I am not. I am a tiny, tiny, tiny little seed that is still trying to grow. So I kind of need your help to figure out which way to grow in. Which way do we want this tree to go? What do we want to be involved in? What do we want to be part of? Because I want you guys on board with me when I do it. I'm here for you, okay? Honestly. Without an audience, I don't have a show. I don't have a channel. So I acknowledge all of you who are subscribers, who are members, who are supporting me. I love all you guys. I'm just asking you what you want me to do. All right. Let's bring on old Grimmy. Hello, Grim.
Hello. There's plenty more sea monkeys in the packet. You just got to find the right one to drip water on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You know those things are actually brine shrimp, right?
Yep.
I used to have some. They were cool. Okay. Let's get into something real quick. The Tunnels and Trolls thing.
Yes. 1 sec. I have really bad camera lag on my end. I will fix it.
No problem. Okay. So Grim put out a video on Tunnels and Trolls. It was a good one. And like him, I enjoy Tunnels and Trolls. And because Ken St. Andre is kind of a senior member of the, the gaming popularity franchise, whatever you call it, as a whole, basically it's akin to if Gygax was still alive as far as Tunnels and Trolls go. That's how important he is.
I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's like literally he's so vital to that particular franchise. And at Grimm's at behest, I made contact with Ken St. Andre. I didn't really think he'd respond to me. So I was so overjoyed when he did. And the response I got really made me unhappy because I, at first, was extremely chuffed about a new Tunnels and Trolls coming out. I mean, it was from Rebellion. It's not Flying Buffalo. But I thought, oh, well, I mean, if Ken St. Andre is on board with this thing, then hell, this is going to be great. Well, as it turns out, he is not. And the exact response I got from him is he says that unfortunately Rebellion Unplugged doesn't want to hear from me and has negated all of my efforts to work with them. He said a preview of the new Tunnels and Trolls rules are available for free on drivethrurpg.com, which I picked those up, of course. He says, I don't like it. It is the tone of the writing that bothers me. It is as if they're talking to children who can read at the adult level, but only understand like 10-year-olds. It's as if they think rolling lots of dice is lots of fun, but doing anything other than counting hits and misses is too difficult. The subtext is you can read instructions and roll dice, but are too stupid for basic arithmetic, and your characters should all start from 0 and be bumpkins. I don't like it, and many other old school players walk away with a bad taste in their mouths, and I agree. I liken this to the same bullshit that happened to Grim. I mean, Grim noted, he said, well, they've got his name in it, at least, and I said, well, what the fuck good does that do? I mean, seriously, it's like, Munchkin is coming out with a new edition. Grim helped build Munchkin at the beginning. It would be like them putting, originally created by, James Desborough. And
yeah, they won't do that because that would be acknowledgement.
But it's the same bullshit. It's, it's not like it's not like Jim's dead. It's not like he's sick. Well, I mean, dying sick. Not
sick in the head.
Yeah, sick. That's not the same thing. But, they could easily call you back in for, advice or, to write up a segment or something like that. They could do the same thing with Ken St. Andre. Even if they don't want to use all of his stuff necessarily, they could always bring him in to do just about anything. The man is not dead.
Yet.
He
is actually feeling better, which is important to communicate. He was feeling deathly ill, which is why I told everyone to go and tell him how much you care. But he was well enough to go to Panda Express the other day. So,
plastic Chinese food. That'll kill you faster. Plastic Chinese food. I once went to a Panda Express. I ordered 3 completely different chicken dishes, and what they gave me back was the same 3 bits of cooked chicken. I mean, like it was like all fried chicken.
Yeah.
And then they just had 3 different sauces on each one. I'm not kidding. But, plastic Chinese food. It's like anything else. I gotta say, I do not like Rebellion's artwork for this new Tunnels and Trolls edition. It has no character whatsoever. It looks generic and safe.
Yeah, I mean, some of the old Tunnels and Trolls stuff used Kirby, who did a lot of the Discworld covers back in the day. Of course, he's dead. But, Rebellion published 2000 AD. It's not like they haven't got access to great artists. I would have used Boo Cook, because I think Boo Cook's work is reminiscent of Kirby's stuff, and it's highly stylized. That would have been a good way to go, but guess not.
I mean, what they have is a choice. It's like basically their entire color scheme is red, black, gray, and white for everything.
Yeah.
I guess that saves on ink or something. I don't know, but I'm not fond of it. I think I would prefer to stick with original edition Tunnels and Trolls, which is still available, by the way, and I highly recommend you grab it. Anything by Flying Buffalo. But he also recommended Monsters to me, which I don't actually have a copy yet, but I need to get.
It's very similar to Tunnels and Trolls, not quite the same. I think he made Monsters when he kind of lost control of Tunnels and Trolls before. And it's the whole point is playing monsters, which is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seems to me like it's getting towards time for a Tunnels and Trolls retro clone.
I mean, I'm sure he would have. It would be done with his blessing. I mean, it's a D6 system or 2x6 system originally, so it wouldn't be that difficult to come up with a whole new brand and a new set of rules that was, TNT like, but just distinct enough to where Rebellion couldn't step on your dick for it. So I don't know. Maybe we should come up with something.
Maybe.
But just to spite them, I would actually have Ken St. Andre write some shit for it. I totally would. I would do that just to spite them. But I'm feeling particularly spiteful today. Bubbles. Yeah. Some of the other things I've heard, and this is a rumor. This is not truth, as far as I know. But it sure sounds plausible to me. I don't know if you've heard this or not. But apparently, because the latest edition, the 2024 version of D&D, is not having the success that they want, Wizards of the Coast is looking at a 6th edition. And they are desperately trying to win back the old fans like you and me and all the old guard that pretty much abandoned them during 5th edition. So they are supposedly courting big guys like Ed Greenwood, Tracy Hickman, possibly Margaret Wise. I don't know who else. I mean, rumors have been floating around like Luke Gygax and some other names. I don't know how legitimate any of that stuff is, but apparently they are trying to win the fan base back. They are trying to win the bucks back, and they may try to make an attempt at another D&D version sooner rather than later.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, I mean, the source is RPG Pundit. I gotta give the guy credit on this. But as far as I know, it's this is just hearsay. This is just rumor. This is not definitive fact. but other sources have already been reporting on this. Apparently, the biggest article being Fandom Pulse. But let's see. Some of the new leadership around Wizards of the Coast is a guy named Justice Ramin Arman. And I was curious, so I looked him up. And what I saw was kind of off-putting, I guess. Yeah. This is Justice Armin Rahman. And of course, he puts Journeys Through the Radiant Citadel right on top because we all know how good that product was. But yes, he says, hello, I'm Justice. I'm a game design leader based in Seattle, Washington, which automatically makes red flags pop up in my skull, where I work as the game design director for the Dungeons & Dragons tabletop role-playing game. When I'm not designing, playing, or talking about games, you can usually find me noodling on a guitar, baking a sweet treat, or grilling kebabs. He's apparently of Armenian descent, which is fine. I like Armenians. I mean, he likes dogs, so I'll give him credit on that. I mean, you know, guy likes dogs. He can't be that bad. Is he the right guy to lead D&D into a new era?
Well, yeah, him and the other couple of hires they've had do not make me think that any putative oncoming edition is going to be old school at all.
Yeah.
Rather, they seem to be doubling down. So, like I say, I believe it when I see it, but it sounds like wishful thinking to me.
Well, you know what it sounds like to me? It's like Rebellion Studios and Wizards of the Coast are taking two entirely different directions. It's like, while Rebellion is completely, you know, dismissing Ken St. Andre, who would have brought legitimacy to the product and perhaps some of the old guard back in, Wizards of the Coast is busy trying to court the old guard and bring them back in order to give it a sense of legitimacy.
Yeah. I just don't see it.
You just don't?
It's not the wind hasn't changed yet. Corporations take a few years to turn things around because they're big ships. So I just don't see it, especially because Wizards seems to be doubling down on all their other bad decisions.
Such as? I'm just curious.
Well, they're back in the board meetings and so on. At least what's been released, they're talking about, we need to go digital again, despite their recent disasters. So, they don't learn.
Well, I mean, that seems to be what what they want to do is they want to do fully AI GM'd games. And that doesn't necessarily seem like a horrible idea.
That's a whole other conversation.
Well, I mean, it's part of the conversation at this point. I mean, you know, I hate to say this, and I know I've hammered on this enough to make most people roll their eyes or make Ironcaster drink. Hi, Ironcaster. But AI is kind of where it's going. You can't get away from it.
Yeah, but people are trying. We need to get like a scheduled panel together of people who aren't entirely for or against to have a sensible discussion about it, because it's frustratingly impossible to have a decent discussion about it in any kind of realistic way.
Well, I mean, that's true. I hate to say that I am for AI. I really do. But it's just I'm seeing how powerful it is as a tool. And I'm also forecasting what it is going to do. And I'm already seeing it happening. Because check this out. On X the other day, I had a ad pop up. And they are selling a service. And I don't know if it's a remote control so much, but they are selling a service that you will pay a subscription to, and it will generate a movie for you. People thought I was, losing my mind, or that I was stupid, or that I was being silly, or whatever you want to say. But remember, I told you this was going to happen.
I mean, the reality is the technology is here. The genie's out of its bottle. You cannot put it back. It is going to happen regardless of whether or not you like it.
Exactly.
And the reality is, the reality is, you're gonna have a lot of corporations, a lot of people who are gonna try to stand by their principles and morals and say, no matter what, I will not work with this, which is fine and all, but there's gonna be someone who doesn't have that same bit of morals and ethics who is gonna say, well, screw you, that's an opportunity.
Well, hold on a minute. You said morals and ethics. So basically what you're doing is you're framing AI as being immoral.
Well, right. So,
well, no, more so on the idea of the person who refuses to use it for reasons of morality, who's using that as their argument. I'm not saying the AI is immoral, just you have people who are avoiding it for that reason.
Right. And you saw what happened to you saw what happened to Ryan Dancy this week.
Yeah. What was the deal with that? I didn't catch all the news on why he got canned, but he said something about AI and they didn't like it, so they got rid of him?
I don't know if I've seen all the comments, so this is all provisional, but what it seems like is he made a few opinionated posts saying basically that AI can now pretty much design board games and things, as well as most mediocre designers. And he said something like, I've got no reason not to think that AI could come up with games as good as, and he gave several titles that AEG had put out in recent years, either now or in the very near future. So he's just basically saying, AI is going to have a role to play. But he mentioned AI in a way that wasn't horrible, and so people were out for his blood. And B, people took that as an insult to the other designers at AEG, rather than him just, this is the state of the world, we need to adapt, sort of thing, which is how I took the statement. So because they felt insulted seems to be the main reason that he was fired, and probably AEG wanted to signal that they're anti-AI.
Pearl clutching.
Right, but the punters don't actually seem to be that anti-AI. The vast majority of people out there. I mean, I made this comparison on the video I did about it, but Corpse Kings uses AI in a smart fashion, gets good effects out of it, and is still an Electrum bestseller on drive-thru and has probably sold at least double that. 500 sales doesn't sound like a lot, but for PDFs, micro publishing, that's pretty damn good. So
yeah, I have a copy of it, and I don't remember. I think I bought it, and he may have gifted it to me. But either way,
I wondered how accurate what Ryan had said was. So I've been noodling with a little card game for ages, and I stripped it right back to just the premise and gave it to AI to see what it could do. And it figured it out and got past the problem that I'd been having with it, and even churned out some demo cards that are better than I could get an affordable artist to do. And I was just like, okay, then.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I wouldn't have believed it either, except for the fact that, I talk to AI pretty frequently as far as their characters and stuff goes, and I do get to see the limitations, and I do know where they have problems. But as far as designing an idea and taking it as many steps as you need it to, it's not hard to get an AI to do that.
It's still not perfect. Like the rules it came up with for the card game were like 80% of the way there, and the art was like 90% of the way there. There would still need to be some finessing and stuff, but it did that in 15 minutes. So
no, I get it. And the thing is, it's like, even whenever I make stuff using it, and I'm not saying I'm publishing anything under AI. I'm just saying, I make stuff for myself or for my games or whatever. I'm still the one coming up with the ideas, the suggestions, and tinkering with it and toying with it and kind of finessing it the way I want to. It's kind of like, to me, it kind of feels like I'm the director and it is basically trying to, put my set pieces and stuff together. And it isn't completely perfect yet. I mean, it can't be. It's just not there yet. But it's gonna get there, and it's gonna get there quick. I don't know, Caster. Have you messed with it much?
Yeah, well, AI for the most part, I'm using it just to do a lot of basic searching for me. For example, I got this old stove here at the house that we were pulling out today, and this sucker is old. Like, as I'm looking at it, I'm trying to find a year on it. I can't find the serial numbers are on it, and AI was kind of giving me a bit more insight into it. Like, oh, it's an old, 1970s Sears Kenmore. I'm like, oh crap, that actually is narrowing it down way further than I was expecting. It's really impressive what is able to be done. But it's also ultimately a question of, well, what is it you're trying to do with it, and to determine what you get out of it. Like, time and time again, I see on social media people who are trying to use it for kind of wrong reasons. And to that, I mean, they will effectively try to seed the AI into a very specific path to answer a question in the way they want. Also, they can try to get some brownie points in a bigger, say, fight.
No, I've seen that happen too. As a matter of fact, I have had comments on some of my videos that I could tell are AI generated because they're obvious. And I'm just kind of like, why? I don't know why you think I mean, are you just trying to sound more erudite than I am? I mean, I didn't realize, Hokuto no Ken was a contest, but I mean, it's like, are you trying to take legitimacy away from me as a YouTuber, or what's your end game here, buddy? but I don't know.
Well, it's showcasing. Look at all the knowledge that I can have the AI do for me. I don't have to think. Like, I can have the AI think smarter than you.
Yeah, and it's true. It actually can. I mean, sorry, Grim. I don't want to sound like a dick. But I've honestly thought about putting in some of Grimm's observations on various things and saying, well, I wonder what Chat GPT would say in counter to this. But I don't really want to knock Grimm. I'm not I'm not anti-Grimm. I don't hate Grimm. Grimm is my friend. So I don't really have a reason to do that. I mean, yes, he does irritate me every once in a while, but that's what friends do. And I'm sure I piss him off a lot too, because I maybe won't step 100% his direction. I kind of think it's not my fault. What?
I just wish you'd be a bit more skeptical when you see news things about the UK.
That's why I send them to you. I send them to you to filter them, because I'm like, is this bullshit or is this true? Because you're the one on the ground floor and you actually know what's going on. Is this, is all this stuff I'm reading, is this all just, like hate propaganda, or is this the real thing? And that's the sad thing is, I love X. It's a cesspool, but it's a cesspool I love to swim in. And there is so much propaganda shit out there, man. I mean, it's just like, it's crazy. I get inundated with this stuff all day long, and I'm just like, how much of this is true? How much of this is hype? How much of this is bullshit? Why do I keep seeing this goat face motherfucker on my fucking feed all the time talking about shit about how Islam is so much better than Christianity or any other place? And I'm like, well, is this guy even real? Is he AI generated? Because he looks like it.
It's all propaganda. It's just a question of like which way do you want it to go and which flavor of it do you want to ingest.
I mean, if Elon was sharper with Grok, he would actually get it to go through all this stuff and just automatically tell people, it's like, hey, guess what? This is crap, or this view is incorrect according to this, and here's my sources, and maybe we'll get there at some point.
Like the one thing I've been kind of trying to remind myself and lean on to is trying to stay out of other countries' politics, because it's just as frustrating when you see people from halfway around the world trying to lean in and talk to you about something going on in your neck of the woods as though they know more than you.
Well, that's true. I mean, a lot of my feed ends up with stuff going on in Japan and stuff going on in the UK, and then of course stuff going on in America.
I had a really surreal moment today. So I went to the local random aside. I went to the local museum today, and it had opened up, had gotten all renovated.
Yeah, you saw the Flint, Michigan water thing.
Yep. Which, by the way, just as a reminder, I am in Flint. I'm here, and as I'm walking through, seeing the history of the city, seeing all these random artifacts, like, oh, here's a brown paper. Here's a brown paper bag from 1994 showing how important and culturally relevant conies are. And I'm like, okay, this is neat. Here's all the stuff about the logging. I remember from the 1800s. And then I turn a corner and here's this whole section, just the Flint water crisis. I'm like,
I mean, okay, it is important to preserve history,
but also like that stuff was like 10 years ago. And by the way, as an aside, apparently they finally replaced the last of the messed up pipes. So that's all finished. Like every pipe has been replaced.
So does this mean you're going to start drinking the water now?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
There's nothing that makes me want to go crawl under a table and die faster than someone referring to any time earlier than the 2000s as the 1900s.
Oh,
I hate that so much. I mean, it's like, seriously, it's like, stop doing that.
It is technically correct.
It is technically correct, but shit, man, it's like, I'm not that old yet. It's like, shit, they make, I had a kid ask me the other day, he's like, T-shirted, were you alive when this was going on? I'm like, how old do I look, man? It's like, World War II? No, I wasn't around during World War II.
Of course.
I look.
Then you get the other side of that. It's like, wow, I can't believe that you're alive for ancient history. Tell me, what was it like when O.J. Simpson was arrested?
Oh God, yeah, I know. It's like, oh yeah, I remember. No, it's like, and you mentioned the Vietnam War, which I was born in the last month of the Vietnam War, and it was kind of like, they don't even know what the hell that is anymore, and I'm just kind of like, really? Because we grew up in the shadow of that pretty darkly. So, but anyway, let's do something positive. Not just keep beating the dead horses. So I've seen some really good stuff this last couple of weeks. I did get some new anime. I'm a little embarrassed to show some of it off, but it's vintage anime from the 80s, and quite how do I put it? Titillating. Yes, that's the word. I was very happy. So 75. No, sir. No, 73. But there was that. I've also been watching Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which you guys probably haven't been, right?
No.
I think so. No. Excellent show. I like it because it is a Game of Thrones offshoot where I can recognize the names and stuff because, the history's already been built up. The lore's already been built up from all the previous shows, but it seems to have almost no connection to the other shows. It is world building on a much smaller scale. The characters are much more personal. And I really like it. I think it's great. I think it's a great show. I'm seriously hoping they don't fuck it up. I'm not sure how they could. But, you know, Hollywood will find a way if given a chance. Also started watching The Pit, which there's already been a season of it that I missed, so I'm catching up with it. That is a great show. I imagine a little bit of it is pretty dramatized, but I mean, it's basically showing you what being in a I forget the exact term for the kind of hospital they're in, but it's basically, it's like, yeah, all the shit that happens at a general hospital, like from 7 a.m. to whenever it closes down or whenever they stop their shift. It's crazy, and it's very graphic because, you know, they show real, well, they're not real injuries. They're made up injuries, of course. They're made with SFX, but they look very graphically real to the point where I often have to, you know, kind of turn my head or put something over the screen and just kind of let it go because I don't want to look. And that's disturbing to me because it's like, I'm the guy who will sit through the horror movies where people are just literally torn to pieces and shat out or whatever, you know? Like, I mean, I've seen all the fucking Terrifier films, and that was nothing but torture porn. And yet I can't sit through watching some guy or some woman getting her degloved leg repaired and reset because it's just like I don't know. But it's a good show, and if you have access to HBO, I would say watch it. In March, we've got some hits coming up. Well, I guess what? It's almost March. What the hell? So here in a few weeks, Paramount is going to have a new Yellowstone offshoot called Marshals, which is picking up on, you know, one of the kids from Yellowstone, the one who is the livestock agent, and I forget his name because it's been so damn long. But yeah, that one looks like it's going to be good. And then at the end of the month in March, like around March 26th, they're going to have another Taylor Sheridan project called The Madison coming out, and that's got Kurt fucking Russell in it. Yeah, even Grimm's looking at the screen. He's like, whoa. And Michelle Pfeiffer, who still looks great for her age. And that one might be worth watching. That one looks like more of a drama, slow burn type thing, but Sheridan has kind of proved that he can do it all. And this is what still gets me, is the fact that Paramount is willing to let Sheridan go. I mean, I don't get it. But, you know, whatever. If they think the Duffer Brothers can, you know, bring success to Paramount, you know, go for it, I guess. But I think they're backing the wrong horse on this. You know, Tulsa King is still good. Landman is massive. What is it? The Mayor of Kingstown is entering its final season, and they've already pissed off Sheridan with that one because that was supposed to be a 10-episode run. They have forced him to shorten it to an 8-episode run, which to me is just like, wow, that's petty. It's almost as petty as this. Well, gotta find it. Here we go. Oh, we're probably going to get copyright claim for this, so please enjoy it if you're live.
Darth Vader, only you could be so bold.
The Imperial Senate will not sit still for this. When they hear you... When they hear you've attacked a diplomat...
Yes, Your Highness.
I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to... When they hear you've attacked
Live, blah, blah, blah. Take it away.
I'm sorry. We're probably going to have to pull that. Because Disney can be really petty, and I'm sure they'll go like, oh, no, you used footage and sound from our films. We can't let you do that without us getting a few bucks off of it. And I'll be like, okay, fine, fuck you. I'll take it out of the show. So, you know, it won't exist on footage anymore, but oh well. But yes, that's funny. I like that. And I've got some more funny stuff, too, just to kind of let us go on a positive end here. Let me see. I collect stuff during the week that I find extremely funny. And I don't care if you don't think it's extremely funny.
But it's for you.
We want an order of the case of Dillas.
Okay. Quesadillas.
And one enchilada.
Bueno. Una enchilada.
The fajitas de polo.
Fajitas de pollo.
Can we get a side of whack-a-mole with that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Es estúpida. Guacamole en un momentito. Por Dios. Bueno. Guacamole.
And a side of frijoles.
It's frijoles, you freaking frijoles!
This is
I love moonshine.
That's exactly how I feel when I hear white people trying to speak Spanish. Yeah, excuse me, por favor. Can I get some tortillas with my enchiladas, please? And bring us some more salsa and some guacamole.
So what you're saying is we need to up it more.
Yeah, learn how to pronounce our shit, okay? That's all I'm saying. Is just learn how to pronounce it.
Sir, you misunderstand. We're white. It's a bit of a disability.
Yes, but you see, the Mexicans are white now too. So
what you're saying is you now need to learn to pronounce things right, like guacamole.
Oh no! Are you saying I should lose my language and speak more like you?
Yes. Yeah, you're white now.
Oh, I'm white now. That's true. And Asians too. Asians are also white.
Yeah, so. We're winning.
We're winning. Yeah. Shit. I don't know. Shit. I don't think I can show this one, but anyway, so we've been talking about AI. You know it's going to happen someday.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to it, but I probably won't be alive for it. This one was good too. Actually, I found a bunch of good ones here. You try this
yellow
one.
light, please. The train will be approaching soon. So the customer with the juicy melon, please stand away from the yellow light. And the customer with the juicy melon, please stand away from the yellow light, sir. Thank you very much.
I mean, come on now, the juicy melon. Who doesn't like that? Yeah, I've got one from South Park that I shouldn't do. I would like to, but we would at least need Victor Gorchev on here, as you know.
Police, they're looking for a missing dad.
The girl only had a drawing of her father. She didn't have a photo, just this drawing of her father.
I have an update from police.
Officers have now located the father just moments ago.
I love stuff like this. What's wrong, guys? You didn't laugh. You didn't laugh. You didn't think it was funny.
I laughed.
Grim, stop taking your meds for a couple of days so you can laugh at some of this stuff.
No, that is not a good idea.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I got something for you.
In shape to play professional soccer this summer. What sets me apart is being able to do one move during a training session for 2 hours straight and nothing else. And what you're about to see is my weak foot, or as I like to call it, my other foot.
Eyes are kind of
I'm getting in shape to play professional soccer this summer. What sets me apart is being able to do one move during a training session for 2 hours straight and nothing else. And what you're about to see is my weak foot, or as I like to call it, my other foot.
Good Lord.
I'm getting in shape to play professional soccer this summer. What sets me apart is being able to do one move during a training session for 2 hours straight and nothing.
God damn, that was... Talk about getting roasted. Shit.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh, it's AI generated, huh? Why is it so slow?
Because it's made by like a Hong Kong language.
They used a Bruce Lee film soundtrack. Except that.
I'd watch the shit out of this movie.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah. I hate to say it, but that one's probably going to be better than the actual Street Fighter film that's coming out. And finally,
I look forward to it.
Oh, guys, guess what? I talked Harmony Ginger into coming back on the show. I did. She couldn't make it this week. But she's supposed to come on, I think, next week. So we will have to find some juicy things to razz her about. And I've already got one because she was saying earlier in a Twitter post that being called pretty is nice, but she would prefer, someone to comment on her game stuff. And I said, so you don't want to be called pretty anymore? She said, no, that's not what I said. So Harmony Ginger, I made this for you. I hope you enjoy it. We'll close with this.
I try to keep my cool, but you make that real hard to
This is what AI was meant for, boys.
She walks in, red hair shining bright like a comet and burning through the night. Every heart just falls in line. Lord have mercy, she's divine. She talks about stars like she's been there before, like she ain't just walking on this floor. A smile so sweet, mind so sharp. Girl, you're rewriting my heart. Harmony, you're too pretty, honey, don't you look at me that way. Harmony, you're too pretty, and I don't think my heart's gonna behave. Red hair shining, eyes so
catchy.
true. Harmony, ain't nobody pretty like you. She's playing cosmic encounter like she owns the sky. Every alien listening when she walks by. Rolling dice, making worlds come alive. Got me hanging on every line. She plays those role-playing games all night, creating heroes in the firelight. Every story bends her way, and I don't stand a chance today.
Had to have a wah-wah in there.
You're too pretty, honey, don't you look at me that way. Harmony, you're too pretty, and I don't think my heart's gonna behave. Mind so brilliant, smile so true. Harmony, ain't nobody pretty like you. She's flying through star control out in space, saving every lonely alien race. Captain of my universe too, ain't nothing that girl can't do. She says it's just 2 hours down the line. how she measures space and time. I drove right past one just to see her smile, and I'd do it again every mile. I ain't lying, I ain't pretending. Girl, you're the best thing I ever knew. Whole world spinning, but I ain't drifting, as long as I'm right here with you. Harmony, you're too pretty, and I don't care who hears me say, Harmony, you're too pretty, and I ain't ever gonna look away. Red hair burning, heart so true. Harmony, ain't nobody, no nobody pretty like you. Well now, I'd pass every Wawa in the whole wide world just to see you.
Hey man, it's a world premiere here first. What can I say? I was hoping she'd be on today. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now do a version where she's replaced with the black girl.
Where she's what?
Replaced with the black girl.
No, this isn't Netflix.
See, that's why we don't get the big views.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I invite Ego all the time, but you know, he can't make it. So, can I say? It's like the only other black person we know is like Viktor Gorchev. So, you know, what am I gonna do? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys had fun today. I know we ranted a little bit, but I think we had some fun here at the end. And, you know, we're still trying to keep it kind of upbeat, kind of, sort of. We're trying. It's not always easy, but, you know, sadly, it's easier to point out the stupid shit than it is the good shit. But we do what we can.
Ain't that the truth?
It is. It is the truth. And I don't know. Maybe the world is healing. Maybe things are going to get better. I can only hope, because that's all I got. Wow. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Let's close it out for the week. Y'all take care out there in YouTube land, and we will see y'all later.
Bye.
On behalf of the staff of the Independent California Motel, I wish you all sweet dreams.